I'm okay, Mommy, but what happened?
We slid off the road and into a ditch.
What are we going to do? Who's going to help us in the snowstorm?
This is a public service announcement from Ready, Wisconsin. This week is Winter Weather Awareness Week, and the group is hoping you could put one very important thing in your car, one thing that could save your life if you end up in a situation like the one you just saw.
Yeah, it's a winter survival kit, and you should never leave home without it, especially when it gets cold and snowy, which is coming way too soon. Todd Pritchard is with Wisconsin Emergency Management, Ready, Wisconsin. Hi, Todd.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Good. I was telling you during the break.
Snow is coming.
I know. I was telling you during the break, my mom still talks about every little item that you bring on your segments is one of those necessities for safety, and this one is no different.
Oh, you know, absolutely. Unfortunately, our first, whether you like it or not, the snow is coming. Our first major snowstorm is headed into the state for Tuesday into Tuesday night.
Stop it.
Not here, not in the Milwaukee area, but Eau Claire, Rice Lake, the Twin Cities. First snowstorm is coming. So before we get into the holiday rush, right, we get into Thanksgiving and Christmas, let's think about like the safety in our homes, in our cars. Let's get ready because we're going to be hosting people in our homes. We're going to be driving places in the wintertime. Let's get ready now, not wait until the last minute.
Well, yeah, because you think about the weather and you think, oh, I need to switch out tires or I need to do some maintenance. And then by the time you're actually ready to do it, there's snow on the ground and you can't drive there.
Right,
and you got to
exactly.
get it done.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit to start about this kit that you brought, because this is a winter survival kit that every person should have in their car.
Absolutely. It just has some basics in it, right? A little first aid kit, flashlight, tow rope. This has got bungee cords, a little extra hat, gloves, that kind of thing. Jumper cable is also a good idea. And something that I always recommend people have is that cell phone charger, right? Because when you need to call for help is the time you don't have any battery power or it starts running out, right? So, and by the way, on that the PSA that you saw, that was my son's voice.
No way.
Yeah. The
He's
cheapest
a good
voice
actor.
talent, right? Cheapest voice talent we could find, right? It was a Happy Meal that
They got that one.
They got that
you
one,
that
right?
talent.
Yeah, exactly.
But in watching that video, it's as a parent, it's scary because it's one thing to be involved in an accident, but if you're traveling with your children or your grandchildren and you're in an accident, you're responsible for somebody else's safety, potentially someone else's life.
That's absolutely right. And you're going to have to be on your own for a little while, right? You may have to wait a while until help arrives. You may get stuck for a while, so having some food, water, some just basics in your car, and then remember some just basic safety tips. If you're going to run the engine to keep the car warm, leave a little crack in the window so there's not a carbon monoxide situation that develops.
Because with snow, it can push it back,
right? You can just jam up your tailpipe and you can just go right into the car. So absolutely. And try to keep your kit inside your passenger compartment.
Not in the trunk.
Don't put it in the trunk, right? Because it may be impossible to get to the trunk. Also it keeps things a little bit warmer that way.
That's smart, because I would think, oh, well, I can get in through my back seat if I pull it down, but if you're smashed in at all or
if you're
in a place that you can't move.
Right, you may not be able to get to it,
I also think, because I was in an accident in the winter, it's a good idea to have a blanket in your car too, because if you're in an accident, especially in the winter, it's so cold.
Absolutely, yeah, and maybe a little shovel to get, if you get into a ditch, maybe you can try to dig yourself out a little bit. So, absolutely, we have a whole list of different ideas on our website, on the Ready Wisconsin website. So
now, the kit that you brought, is that something that people can easily purchase?
Yeah, actually, you can pick these up. Blaine's Farm and Fleet sells them, but you can go online. A lot of different stores sell these kind of kits. But, if you just want to, save some money, a lot of this stuff is just kind of sitting around your home. You can just kind of scavenge it up, put it in a little plastic bag, and throw it in the back of the car.
What are some other things that you suggest to help us get ready for the winter?
Well, I think getting our homes ready for winter, and we just had the daylight savings time change. And, we always urge people, once you're setting your clock, think about some safety issues in your home. Very basic ones: smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Two things that can save so many lives. The tragedy of smoke detectors is that there are literally about, latest number, 16 million smoke detectors in the country that don't work. What do you think the number one reason is that they don't work?
They don't have fresh batteries.
They don't have any batteries.
Oh,
No.
people take them out because of the
People take 'em
annoying beeping
Right,
sound.
exactly, and don't think to put them back in.
Yeah.
So just, just the basic, have batteries in there. And of course, check the batteries that you have. And one thing that I'm also urging people to do is take a look at the smoke detector. If it's a year or two old, you're fine. But if it gets to be 5, 6, 7 years old, they start to lose their effectiveness after a certain amount of time. They're not, they're not evergreen. So if you have an older one, 5, 6, 7 years old, swap it out, get a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good information.
And carbon monoxide detectors, right? Make sure
Always.
you have a carbon monoxide. As we're starting to fire up our furnaces and close up our homes. That's critical. It's a silent killer. It takes 500 lives every year around the country. So
be ready.
But those basic things can really help you out.
Thanks, Todd. Here's the information for Ready Wisconsin, 608-242-3324 or readywisconsin.wi.gov for more information. And we have a giveaway right now because Todd was nice enough to bring us some winter survival kits. Callers number 5 and 6 will win that winter survival kit. Call us right now at 414-799-4444. Thank you.